Yeah. But I've got to tell you, it's fun having an electrician that gives you a helping hand, choosing your wires that you put in. G'day, folks. How are we all? Hopefully, everybody is well. Got my co-host sidekick here, Anthony Dodge, with me back again after his break. Geez, hope he hasn't broken too many bones. But yeah, welcome back, Anthony. We all have missed you. Um,
Well, you'll have to get the scopes on your rifles fixed then.
yeah. I'm going to say a quick hello to everybody that's in here. Randall, g'day, buddy. Hopefully you're well. Dwight Curley, how are you? Thomas, Steve 87, PSAP. I hear you're traveling around the place at the moment. If you're down this way, give us a hollow. But if you're here at 2nd of June in Sydney, give us a big yell. Dave BNSF, how are you? Joe Raider, nice to see you. Hot Dog Andy, you're up late. No, that means I've got to stay up late again tonight. But at least it's not as bad as what normally is. Eric ANC, how are you? There's still many others still coming in, I see, and there's about 10 lurking. I was hoping to be in the training room today, but distractions and anything else is being taken a toll. Not all the modifications that I want to do on the layouts going to be finished, but the dual track passing loop that I wanted to get done, the first thing I want to done is finished. I just got to finish wiring it up. I am building up another like electrical panel circuit board for the new layout, tidy up all the wiring underneath. That's progressing. I'm hoping to get that completed today and put it in its place. I also got the wires on that panel ready for the next bit, which I'm going to put in after the visitors that I get here. G'day, John Benicki, how are you? So I've pretty much finished what I really wanted to do first off. There is one incline that's a little bit near, don't know how it's going to go, but I'm going to give it a test run. But I made it in such a way where I can make the adjustment on the incline, but it's a lot better than what it was. It's been taking a lot of work as well. It wasn't fun when I got stuck in the middle of that section. I've recovered. The medication, the creams, and that the doctor gave me has done wonders. And physio on Thursday. Oh man, geez, that was a half an hour of hell, but it paid off. But it's progressing. I'm just about there with it. Another couple of days, and I'll have the trains up and running again. I can't run nothing on it at the moment because you know what it's like, small place, and the layout bits that you're not working on becomes the tool. The lube helps keep you on. Unfortunately, Eric, there would have been the lube wouldn't have helped me where I was and how I was stuck. The lube would not help me.
Sadly, Eric, he's out of lube for totally different reasons we can't discuss here.
Oh, just wait for that. Always waiting for that. Yeah, no, that the KY lube would not have helped at all. But it was funny for the neighbours or some of the people that came to help me get me out. Because I was stuck. I mean, I was struck. Okay, I can have a laugh at that. It wasn't funny at the time, but it was. When I look at it, I go, nah, this is not good. And I was talking to Richard the other day. I'm going to have to seriously do something about my big stomach bones. For some reason, it's just grown since I've got back from the US. What's Randall saying?
Oh, Randall's been fighting kidney stones.
Ouch. Oh, they're uncomfortable. They're uncomfortable, Randall.
So I'll just do a quick. Joyce is improving. For those who don't know, my wife Joyce started with a cold that turned into a sinus infection, and then the medicine that she took half of, but not the other half, for the sinus infection and cold seems to have weakened her immune system, and pneumonia set in. So, and Joyce has pretty bad asthma to begin with. So asthma, cold, sinus infection, and pneumonia all mixed into one bag. She's been miserable. She is getting better, and she's unfortunately, being Joyce, who is very stubborn and doesn't sit still. She keeps pushing it and then crashing and going, I don't know why I'm so tired. I don't know. Maybe it's the pneumonia, but she's getting a little better.
No, that's good. That's good. I mean, she's only got another 3 weeks until she goes on a break. G'day, Andy T. How are you, buddy? 2 cans. Well, I'll have 1 can, and my buddy here, Anthony, will have the other. Yeah. I mean, I can't go anywhere, so I can go. I can have a drink. I'm not driving anywhere. So yeah, I haven't really been doing much apart from trying to get the layout going and in between the distractions and that I've been getting, and antibiotics will knock you down. Oh,
actually, it's the flip. It was the steroids. They put her on steroids for the one thing, and the steroids knock your immune system. They suppress your immune system.
I'll tell you what, it doesn't just do that. It makes you bloat. Like with me, I've been on these steroids as well since I've been back, and I tell you what, it turns you into a blimp or a Michelin man, like in my case, a Michelin man. And damn, I'm out of beer. Oh, that's no good then. Go to run to the pub and get some more. It turns you into a blimp. I jumped on the scales here on Friday here when I was at physio. My weight hasn't changed. My body has, but my weight hasn't. So antibiotics that I've got here works wonders. It does help. But when you have airwave problems and you got your pneumonia and everything else with your lungs, they usually give you steroids just to help it inflate it so the lungs can
right. It stops your defensive system from attacking what's in your lungs. The problem is if you have pneumonia, that's waiting for your defenses to go down. So fighting the sinus infection and cold, because they gave her some antibiotics and she wouldn't take the antibiotics because Joyce takes other medicines, and if she takes antibiotics, it sets off other issues.
Okay.
And so she didn't want to take the antibiotics if she didn't have to, but she's taking steroids. Is like, you better. And the worst thing is, and she hasn't liked the I told you so, but I said, you're fighting several things. You're taking steroids and you're not going to take your antibiotics. You're asking for trouble. And 3 days later, she was in the hospital. So yeah, oops.
Yeah. There are times where you just got to listen to the doctors. I mean, they know what they're doing and what they're talking about. I mean,
the problem is when they put her on steroids, she keeps trying to bench lift the cars and goes into rages and starts beating people up.
Okay, is that why there's a AVO out on her that she cannot go?
We will neither confirm nor deny that report.
Yeah, okay. She's banned from Walmart until she's off of meds.
Quite possibly.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you
what. Voice deepens too. Anthony, get out of here! What?
Oh God. Well, you better behave, Anthony. Anthony behaving? It's all right. He's going to get a Tammy and Ray. How are you? When I get antibiotics, I take probiotics. But everybody's immune system's completely different. There is your basics, but there's always different. What's the word I want to say? People that have other
Ozzy
underlying health issues. Like with when I was at Tammy and Ray's place, like, okay, she's got diabetes, she's a diabetic, but I mean, she was trying to control her sugar levels and whatnot when I'm over there. But here I am, I'm drinking Coke, I'm eating candy, and having all the things that you shouldn't be going. And Tammy can say when she looks at my when we done a test of my sugar level, she's like, "I hate you. This cannot be right. You eating all this stuff and your sugar level is normal? No way." I can't take it. Yeah, well, that's right, Tammy. I'll be back. Oh, Jesus. When your wife says I'll be back, you know you want to be careful. You want to change that door in your train room to one of those stronghold doors so she cannot beat it down with a baseball bat.
I don't have a door. And there's already a video on our channel of Joyce with a baseball bat dealing with invaders to the train.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I've seen her coming down that stair a couple of times with the baseball bat. It's worrying. I know of issues, particularly with the ethnic backgrounds here. And okay, well, I know it's not a railway topic, but I mean, at least we are talking about our own health. I know the people here within my family's community and whatnot, they were sharing medications and tablets and that between each other. It's like, you can't. My mum and dad were my dad was the worst offender for it. And go, Dad, you can't do that. You don't know all the other underlying health conditions they can have. It might work for you, but it may not work for them. You might end up killing them. Get out of Ricks and Trains.
Yeah, but that is an issue because if you do have diabetes, you really can't tune into my channel when I'm running my rail jets because they're just too sweet.
My rail jet. I'm telling you, I'm going to have it back here within the month.
Mm-hmm.
One way or another, it's going to be back here.
You had your opportunity. And
I still got plenty of opportunities.
You see, Artie, if you remember all the times you're talking before you got here about how you're going to steal my rail jet, and then you noticed how you got really sick when you got here, you didn't think those two were related?
It was. You stopped me.
Well, I told you I would use whatever means necessary to keep you from stealing my rail jet.
Your rail jet. It's
hi,
my
Christopher.
rail jet.
Hi, Rick.
Get out, Rick.
No, because see, I actually have the receipts. See, you claim it's yours, but first of all, why would you have bought a 3-rail jet when that's digital?
Yeah, but it's easy for you to
run your 2-rail analog system.
But it's easy for you to forge a receipt and get a buddy to convert it to 3-rail. I mean, even I can do that. But I won't. Because we got to claim everything on tax over here. Well, not as bad as England, but yeah. In case the boys in blue come knocking on the door.
Hi, Rick, and hi, Christopher, and anybody else.
Yeah, hi, Christopher.
All of you. I didn't. But yeah, it's been weird. I haven't been here for 3 weeks.
My
JD,
my plan C is fail-proof, and it is going to succeed. Just watch your space, and it's going to go like a blink of an eye.
Fortunately, I have a plan D, so you just better be ready.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Amanda, I need your help. Sorry, man, that's a friend of mine up at Customs in Sydney Airport.
Would that be Amanda Hug and Kiss?
Yes, that's the one. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Gee, you heard about her, have you? Okay.
Everybody's heard about her. Her name's on every bathroom between here and Brisbane. Yeah, but Marty hasn't told you about the other side of her, has he? She's more popular than Jenny at 8675309, you know.
Oh, her, yeah, I did ring her up. She wasn't home when I was there,
which sadly is a phone number in Toledo because we have the 867 preamp to phone numbers in Toledo.
What's that?
So every now and then somebody in Toledo gets stuck with the 867-5309 phone number.
Yeah. Wasn't there another phone number too? I mean, I'm going to have to do that again one time. You get all these phone numbers you hear in movies and whatnot. It'd be interesting to see who answers when you dial those numbers up. G'day, Papa John, how are you? We'd. I remember when we used to go to the payphones and whatnot. You just used to ring people up and random and play some sort of joke on them. And the thing with Australian phones was the payphones used to go in there, and in particular when you had mobile phones, your cell phones started coming out. When you rang from a payphone,
BR549. Sorry.
It comes up as a private number, but when you rang from a payphone in the US, each payphone had its own individual number, where here it didn't. So you didn't know who was calling. It could have been the welfare office with a paycheck, or could have been your mother ringing you up. I hope Joyce is starting to feel better too, because she has got to get her well, because she's got a lot of exploring to do over here.
We had party lines. I remember party lines.
Oh, the party lines, yeah. Oh, that got me in.
You'd pick up the phone to make a call, and your neighbors 3 doors down were on the phone already.
Yeah. Paper. That's a very good point, Dave. I mean, they're few and far between now in the US. Mind you, I did see some in Baltimore up in where Rainbow Bell goes to play does the temping bowling. There is a payphone there, and I know around here pretty much all the payphones are gone now. I think there's only. Actually, come to think of it, I haven't seen any. There is. There's one on the other side of the hill. Well, it was there until it got taken out by Young Hoon. But yeah, payphones are a thing of the past now. I mean, if you need to make a phone call, you can't. There's no way of finding one. I remember when I landed in Charleston, and I needed to make a phone call to Tammy to come and pick me up because I know she was waiting, and my phone wasn't working. But trying to find a payphone at an airport where you would need a payphone, it's like you can't find one. I was lucky enough this lady let me use her phone. You have to ask a stranger to use their phone. I mean, that's where you got payphones. I mean, I had plenty of American coin on me where I can use the payphone, but they're few and far between now. I mean, I've got 2 payphones on my layout, but they're too far away. Actually, where did I see a payphone?
Oh, we had a party line, and we had the phone where we had one phone in the house, and it had like a 30-foot cord attached, so somebody could take it into, like, my mom or dad could take it in the bedroom for private calls, or one of my sisters, although that was really pre-dating age, talk to one of their friends. I spilled some spot remover. Haven't seen my dog since. That's an old classic.
Oh, yeah. And
Hey, Les and Kyle.
G'day, Les. How are you, buddy? I need to get in contact with you later too, Les. Now, what was it?
I don't know. It's your show.
Is it?
And worse, your mind.
Oh, God, we're in trouble now, aren't we? Like Andy tell you, phones was attached to the wall and had a cord to it. Well, yeah, you still get them. But sadly, they're not working too well with this new fancy dangle digital system. Yeah, but I remember you used to have your. Oh, here we
Yep,
go.
it's your show. That's why I have my crash helmet.
You're gonna need better. You need. Is that certified? It's not covered by insurance, that one, so that's good. You can't make a claim now. But yeah, there's just so much has changed. But I mean, I'm looking at even just with my layout, like I'm doing the wiring and I'm adding the wires to it. I know there's a lot of wires to be added to it, but when I look at all the electronics that goes in these days, I mean, from a big wholesome relay that would have been about the size of my hand, like for the block detection, is now as little as, like a dollar coin, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And your resistors, from big resistors to this, now they're nearly as big as fly poop. My dad.
Oh yeah, the original ones that were like this big, like a World War II walkie-talkie in the antenna. Oh yeah.
I remember my first is that DOT certified. I don't think so, Kyle. That's where I don't have to worry about insurance. But yeah, it's I remember my first cell phone. I mean, you had the phone, then you had one bag for your phone, and the other bag was your battery, and it was nearly as big as a briefcase. But it didn't always work everywhere. Dropouts was unreal. I love my. Oh, I'm not going there, Eric. I'm not going that one. I had a beeper. I never had a beeper.
Never. Yeah, I never had a beeper. I was a caddy as a kid, so you had lots of doctors and lawyers, and so they had beepers all the time.
Yeah,
which they tended to ignore. Mrs. Smith is going into cardiac arrest. I'll finish the ninth hole and then we'll go.
I remember the first cell phone I had, which I used in the truck. It only worked in the city areas, the main city, the main centers. You go anywhere in between, it was useless. Mind you, it has improved, but yeah, as I say, as we go back to now, to get a payphone to, just to make a phone call, and if you have to make an important phone call, you can't. And when it comes to like, as Granddad and I keep saying, the devil never sleeps. If something goes wrong, you need to call for help. How do you do it? You can't. Anyway, so yeah, so obviously you're gonna have all your security in place while you're gone. So I've got to bypass that to get my rail jet back. So how's the new Amtrak train going there, Anthony?
It ran beautifully in last night's live stream, so it's doing great. It did 2 straight live streams, 3 hours each. Ran like
Clockwork.
ran like an ice cube downhill on a hot day. It just flowed smoothly.
Yeah, well, that's good. At least it didn't turn into Bob. Would have been nice to see.
Train Man is just running through all the old one-liners. I mean, going back to Shecky Green and all the old stand-up comedians.
Yeah.
He's just rolling them out.
Oh, you like a fire. But once
There's like 5 variations of the fire hydrant one.
Yeah, well, yeah.
including couldn't get into work because of all the dogs in the way. And
Yeah. Actually, well, that's one thing we don't have to worry about here is fire hydrants. They're all below surface. But when you go into places like Melbourne, yeah, they do have fire hydrants. You can't park near them. I was too cheap to get a cell phone. Had a company. Look, I hate the. I mean, the old cell phone's not too bad. Where you just used to for phone calls and occasional text. But nowadays, I hate the phones. As soon as I go near mine, it goes off. And I'm getting these messages, and even the scams. Like at the moment, I got a scam message here yesterday. Eastlink, which is a Melbourne freeway system, they want me to pay the toll. I haven't been down in Melbourne for nearly 9 years. If I melt ice.
yeah, I took forever to finally break down and get a cell phone. It was the mid 2000s before I finally got one.
Yeah.
It was like 2005, 2006, after about 3 years of my exchange program, where I was like, I'm overseas. I probably should have an easier way for people to contact me than the house phone where I'm staying. And so I finally got a cell phone so parents could contact me if they, because most of the kids had cell phones by that time, but I hadn't. So I finally broke down and got one.
Yeah. But I had to, eventually I had to get it because of my work and business and everything else. But when I became a first responder,
Mm-hmm.
I had no choice. I had to have the phone. Because of what I was doing, I could get a phone call anytime. And even if I was in another state, they can get me a phone call to ask where I am.
Over in Chris's stream, Steve.
Sorry, you went to another stream. Oh, good on you, trader. It's Chris, and Chris won't go there and go home. Go on his what? It's okay. There's enough room in the room and love for everybody. It's good to say hello to everyone. I don't own the channel, so
it's not a network. We're not guaranteed.
Exactly.
Everybody goes when it fits their schedule.
Yeah, that's right. There are some of us that do work, and we don't get the opportunity to get on all the time. I don't know what's going to happen with me once I get back to work.
What is this word? What's this word? You said
yeah, it's a 4-letter word. Yeah, I know.
Work? I know. Is it a 4-letter word? I don't know.
It was mentioned to me. That word was mentioned a few times last week.
All right. Good night, Eric. Hope you feel better tomorrow.
Yeah, buddy, we'll be about somewhere. I probably won't be on that much around the place this week. I finally said to one guy, "Hey, what's that?" Oh, okay.
There's no sun up in the sky.
Yeah, well, that's it too. It's like when somebody asks me for my new car, and I go, "Well, has it arrived yet?" I've got to say, one of the classics is my nephew down in Melbourne. You get those sales calls, and you usually get those people with the Indian accents on the other side and trying to make a deal. Now, my nephew was fantastic in imitating the voices, and he imitated as a Indian, and he actually worked down at a deal with this guy on the phone for a good half hour, an hour. He was just on the phone, and we were cracking up laughing. He actually got himself a better deal where it pretty much almost ripped the company off. The guy was a turbine, but then my nephew goes, no, I think I still can get better than what you're giving me now. No, not interested. Bye. Anyway, got that person away for half an hour or an hour from annoying someone else. It's okay. It's all right. I'm only having a joke. I mean, Chris Govia, he's a great guy. I met him in
Yep.
person when I was up at Amherst. He is a fantastic guy, and he's busy. And he's got a family. And sometimes you just want to get on. You get on. I mean, there are times that I feel like doing it, but I'm like, who wants to see this ugly mug? Um,
And of course, he's just been hit with such bad luck here recently. I'm just catching up with all the bad news that's been traveling through the model train community the last 3-4 weeks that I've been working where I'm not watching YouTube.
I'm way behind. I don't know. To be actually honest with everybody, I
Well,
don't know what's been going on.
well, you know what happened to Chris?
No.
Okay, Chris, with that beautiful layout, the beautiful layout's gone because Chris has been basically evicted from the house his family's been renting.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, just kind of a dirty deal by the owner, which sucks. And then just several people have had various illnesses. You know, of course, I've been dealing with Joyce, but I just haven't been online. So if I get online, I'm hearing, you know, people are talking about, oh, this person and this person, this person. I'm like, I haven't heard, and I feel so bad. I keep up with the people I'm closest to on the internet.
Yeah.
But even so, like my friend Dino injured himself again, and
Not again. Well,
and
I mean, in some ways, I almost got to a loss. Hang on, what are you up to? Hang on, hey you, get out of that! You get house evicted. Come on,
quick, get the holy hand grenade to take care of that rabbit. That's no ordinary rabbit, mate.
go out and do some work. Go and chew the weeds. Go on. You got to earn your keep this week. You cost me.
Found out a week after the fact that James Galton from Dundas Junction had gone into the hospital briefly.
Yeah,
a couple of days before Joyce did. Yeah, so just wishing everybody some good luck out there. It's too many people having bad luck.
Let's see the rabbit. She's gone. No, she's gone outside. She's going to. You can't get her. She cost me.
It's an invisible rabbit. Only Artie sees it. All these years, it's just Artie who sees the invisible rabbit. Just look, it's not a 6'1" named Harvey.
Oh, Andy Dobson. Pixie, come over here. They want to see you. Pixie. No, she's gone.
Of course she is.
She's yeah. She cost me how much? $175 this week.
Yeek.
Yeah.
That was an expensive date. What'd you do? Fancy restaurant and a movie?
I wished we she had to go to the vets this week on Wednesday for her yearly checkup and toenails done and her
shots
vaccinated for her shots for the Khaleesi virus, which gets
those type of shots.
Pardon?
Nothing.
The Khaleesi virus, which is spread by mosquitoes, not by what you were thinking. For them to get the Khaleesi virus is one of the most uncomfortable way of illness for them to get. I mean, it's worth it. She got the good bill of health and good checkup, but I mean, the vets are not cheap anymore. But yeah, she got a good cleaning bill, and mind you, I did have to get some other stuff. I mean, look, vet bills just to walk in the door nowadays is $90 to $100. And the vet that I go to, I'm a bit disappointed in their system. We found out that they cancelled that appointment because I didn't respond to going back to the telephone. I didn't respond to the text message that was sent to me, and I go, "What text message? I didn't receive no text message." Oh, we sent you a text message to confirm. If you haven't confirmed it, we cancel your appointments. And I go, well, hang on a minute. I don't live with my phone by my hip pocket and in the face all the time. And I go, what happens if I've got no credit to respond?
Oh, Tammy, we had a dog that was allergic to everything, the pills, the monthly pills, the special diet food. She could eat one food. It was called duck and potato.
Duck and potato.
Duck and potato. That was the only food she could eat. It was the only two things. And there was some company, and it was like $100 a bag, and it was a bag or, more than a bag a month, plus all her shots and all her medicines. We had that dog for 15 years.
I've got to say, I did notice there wasn't many ducks in your area.
We got all kinds of ducks in our area.
Yeah, but it adds up. I mean, the vets that I normally go to, they do give pensioner discounts, but now that he's merged with this other local vets, they don't do it anymore.
But Tammy said her dog was reverse sneezing. Chua.
Chua.
What is reverse sneezing? Chua. I always thought snorting was reverse sneezing, but maybe that's not it.
Yeah, that's the white powder stuff. Just be careful that white powder stuff. You don't have any on you.
I shouldn't be making joke of a $236 dog bill, but
yeah,
it's what I'm doing.
Well, it's cheap. The powder stuff apparently is cheaper. It's only about $50. The reverse sneezing that you get. I noticed there's a fair few signs around here. There's a new couple of batches, so there's good competition here. So you can get it good for a good price here. Just like when dogs have sneezing fits. Okay, Tammy. Yeah, thanks for clarifying that, because this guy over here just made a joke of it. Of course he would. Color different socks. Oh no, we're not going into.
I think Train Man is now just getting into the Stephen Wright joke book.
Yeah, probably. Breeze reverses. Okay. But yeah, I'm just lucky that because that my normal vet that I had, I've been going to him now for close to 30 odd years. He's a good vet. So while there's a surgery, I'll keep going. Allergic to everything. What's that you got? Everything, including people, which this over here, she'll do a scan on visitors that come in here. If you're okay, yeah, she'll let you in the house. If not, then look out, she'll nip you. So what do you got me there for my birthday?
Oh, I'm sorry. I showed these on my live stream last night. Simon from SJ Train World over in Denmark sent me these little beer wagons because he bought a couple of sets, but he only needed one of them. So there's two of these, and they've got this little like umbrella, beer stube umbrella on top of the car. So they're really unique. I found out that they were actually made by a company called Hobby Trade, but the molds were bought out by the company Miraklin, and they produced them. So I found that really cool to learn. But yeah, they're just kind of cool little beer wagons. Tuborg is a Danish beer. And he had an extra set, and he said, did I want the other set for the heck of it? I was like, I'm not going to turn down a gift, Hello, Chris, to Massachusetts.
Hi, Chris, has things in Massachusetts. Hopefully everything is well.
Yep.
But you know why they got the markings on the roof, don't you?
Why is that?
Okay, it goes back to World War II. Do not hit this train. Do not blow this train up. It's valuable. Because Because there was a thing, and there was actually a movie made on that, where there was a train loaded with very expensive, irreplaceable artwork, and they got their allies, and
It also came with a bunch of beer drinkers and benches,
oh, okay. Guess we're gonna have to drink a lot of beer.
which I think is funny. It's a Danish beer, but these are
German drinkers.
Bavarian or Southwest Black Forest sort of outfits these guys are wearing. But hey, you know, it works. It works.
Okay, hang on. Come here. Come here, Daddy. No, come here. Come on. Look, they want to see you on. See, here she is. She does exist. What? Say hello to people. It's a little bit wet out there.
Good night, Andy.
Yeah, see, the rabbit does exist. What? You want to go?
Is that a rabbit or a moose?
Here. No, the moose is in there. Yeah, it came back. I evicted the mouse earlier in the week, and what did it do? Come back. Hey? You happy? What? You want to go run? You want to go running around? You want to go and cause trouble? Yeah? What? Move shit outside? Yeah? Oh. See, there's Anthony. He's going to be here soon. No, you want to go? What? All right. Off you go. Off you go. Go on. Oh. See ya. Oh, she's got the thumbs. That's not being picked up. Yeah, like, yes, I said, that stinks. Thanks, Steve.
Well, that's really weird since it's a female rabbit.
No, that's for the other. That's for the other channel. Thanks, Anthony. Yeah. Your mates are over here. The kookaburras are laughing on the power pole here, so that means we've got another 3-4 days of rain. Thank you. Yeah, that is a big breed there, Andy. I mean, they do come bigger, but that is basically say your normal size that you will get. The next size up from that is Flemish Giants, which, man, they can be nearly 2 foot, 3 foot long. But yeah, going back to what I was saying about the markings on the train back in World War II, when the Germans and that were stealing a lot of the art and whatnot in around Europe, and they were transporting it by rail. And what a lot of the what they call the organisation, the underground and the rebels, what they would do when they knew what train it was, they'd actually mark the top of the train carriages with white paint. So when the bombers, the Allied bombers, see the trains with the white roofs, they want to bomb it. Obviously to preserve the artwork. So that's where the marking of the roof of the idea of the trains came from. Obviously, there was a movie on it. The Resistance. Thanks, Dave. Too much medication and lack of sleep. I mean, I haven't been getting to bed till about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I have a swimsuit, mate. Okay, and now we're getting out of hand, swimmer. You made out of sponges. Yep, okay. Boom, boom. No one goes swimming. You soaked it all up. But yeah, I was looking at thinking on my layout because I'm going to need some more. Looking at my train operations and with my European trains, I'm going to need to do some switching around, and I'm going to have to look for some little switcher engines. But I tell you what, the range that the Europeans have is unreal. But I mean, the prices, when I'm looking at the prices, they're reasonably the same as what I would be in American. But
okay,
I'm hoping to have them running by next week, Andy. I'm almost got them up and going. Redoing the wiring at the moment. tidying up the wiring. I was hoping to get it done today, but it's taken me longer than what I expected. There were a few things I wanted to get done before the rain set. I did want to cut some more wood and whatnot, because I did say, and we're expecting some heavy rain, so I ended up cutting that up. One part of my modification layout is done. As I said, I just got to get it wired up now and hooked up. But the power board that I'm doing is going to be done in such a way when I add the other portion into it, I just hook the wire straight in, so it's ready to go. But I have this. It's not plywood and it's not chipboard. I have this other stuff that was given to me, and of course I don't need too much of it. And if it gets wet, it just goes yuck. So since I didn't need it anymore, I haven't got really anywhere to store it. As I finished using finished cutting up what I've made, I'm cutting the rest of it up and throwing it away. So I've got some room for later in the month. Who knows?
Well, there you go, Andy. Display and show your trains.
Yeah, well, you'll have to come up on here in next week or so when I get up there. But I was hoping to get it done this week, but again, distractions and the way my hands were and the way I've been feeling is, just delays, and I can't mess around anymore. Again, I'm only going for an hour on the show because I want to get this done. Time is ticking. I only really want to get it, spend another 3-4 days on and get it going, and that will be the end of it. I mean,
right.
There is a portion of it I want to do as well, but I'm not going to have time. I mean, I've got Anthony and Joyce coming over.
Randall and Joyce coming over. Wow. How'd that happen?
Randall and Joyce. Oh, didn't I tell you?
Hi, Richard.
G'day, Richard. How are you? Joyce is leaving you behind, and she's coming over with Randall.
I've been dumped again.
Again? Did she tell you? Oh, okay. All right.
I don't Begino, but that's a different story.
Oh yeah, I mean that's fine. But yeah, I gotta find that. Find that while we're up in Sydney, we do have a bit of a job to do. We got to go and tie the nuts up on the bridge too. Yeah, and it'd be lovely to have you come on here one weekend. And show us what you got. I mean, I'll be looking forward to seeing what you have. And Richard, g'day. He's been a busy boy. I'm glad we didn't go to the train show this weekend. Look at the weather. It is crap. There is train show up in Sydney again this weekend, but I tell you what, the weather has just been yuck. I mean, I'm in state. I wouldn't go on the road. I mean, yeah, there's been some nasty accidents just going up to where the train show is. And it's hard to get up there by train. Well, you can't get there by train because the train stopped. They stopped the train services up there to put this new light rail system in, the new tram system in.
Oh, right. Okay.
What's that?
No, I was responding to what you were saying about not being able to travel.
Well, you can't travel up there by train anymore. I mean, it's an essential part of Sydney, Ports Parramatta or Central West, and they've taken that the rail line out to put a rail system in, but it's the horse racetrack as well, where the show is. To get there now, you got to get off at one station and go on the buses, it takes you nearly 2.5 to 3 hours to get there. It's actually quicker to go up there by car. You know, they want us to go public transport. It's like, you're taking all this system out, you're making a mess of it.
I mean, I can only speak for Germany, although I can speak a little bit for America. But in most cases, it is faster to travel by yourself in a vehicle than it is to take public transport. You're just, in some cases, you're saving money. For example, in Germany, the price of gas, I can go from Hamburg to Munich in 7.5 hours by train. By car, it might take me 5 hours, 5 to 6 hours. But by train, a second class ticket is going to, depending on when I buy it, can cost me anywhere from $30 per person to $40 per person, where gas at $10 a gallon, plus wherever you're going to park, and parking's expensive. And so just getting a ticket, a train ticket, and then the local Risa Pass, as it's called, travel ticket, is cheaper than taking a car. And the transportation system over there is good enough that buses, subways, everything else will get you where you want to go. Maybe not as quickly as car, but with so much less hassle than by car.
You see, for me, for example, for me to go up in the city in Sydney, it's actually quicker and cheaper to go by train. Because on average, just to get into the heart of the city, on average traffic, it can take me up to 2 hours to get into the city itself. And then finding affordable parking. I'm back. Thanks for the warning. We can all leave now. There is one spot where you get $10 all day parking, but you got to get in there like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm not going to drive in peak hour and any traffic. No, thank you. But it fills up quick. An average parking, if you want to spend a day in Sydney, an average parking in Sydney is about $50 to $80 a day. Right? So it does get expensive just to go in the heart of the city. So it's easier for me to just jump on the train, go up there. At the moment on the express from Unadera, on average it takes about an hour and a half to an hour and 20. It costs me $2.50. And when we get around Waterford, the Heathcote, Engadine, the southern region, you see the convenience of traveling by train, because you got bumper to bumper traffic, particularly in the peak hour. They're lucky to do 5 miles an hour, and here you are going past them at 70 miles an hour. Okay.
He's definitely tapping into the Richard Wright one-liners now.
Yeah. But I find it more convenient to actually go into the city. But if I go into the western side of Sydney, like to Kashua Hobbies or Morara Class, and if I'm going to get the hobby beats, it's actually quicker for me to go up there by car than it is by train. Scott, how are you? Because for me to get to Western Sydney, it's an hour and a half from here to Central in Sydney. Change trains there, and I can wait up to half an hour there to catch a train to go to the western side of Sydney, which will take another hour to get there from the city, from Central. So there's 1, 2, 3, nearly 4 hours just gone there just to go one way.
Mm-hmm.
Then I've got to come back again. So to go to the western side of Sydney, it's quicker to just go by. Basically, it's cheaper. It's not cheaper, but it's quicker to go by road.
And that's when the killers like using Amtrak in this part of the country, which I've mentioned a few times over the years on this show as well as on my own channel, is like to drive from Toledo to Chicago, I can do it in under 4 hours on a good day.
Yeah.
But let's say 4 hours, 15 minutes. By train, it might take 5 hours. It might take 7. It might take 9. You have no idea how long it's going to take to get from Toledo to Chicago via Amtrak because of all the random delays, and it's cheaper to drive to Chicago than to take an Amtrak in most cases.
Well, you see, sorry, Andy, I can't. It's in a mess at the moment, but I will. I will show some of my trains hopefully next weekend. But see, that it's a good thing that you're saying that, because when I went from Baltimore back down to Charlotte, and I was on the Carolinian going south, the amount of stops that we were doing in passing lists, I mean, by the time we ended up in by the time we got to Charlotte, we were like about an hour and a half to 2 hours late. I mean, there was one siding where we sat at. I mean, we weren't that far from the actual station, but we were at this passing loop for a good hour and a half waiting for a freight train to come through. I mean, they let the freight train through instead of a passenger train. The passenger train was only a short distance from there. Sorry, real trains.
I think what he's asking is, do you have a way of showing pictures of like what the trains look like that run in your area? I hope I'm interpreting that correctly.
Yeah, if I was going to stay a bit longer, I would. I'll remind me next week, Andy, and I'll show you the trains that we got running in this area. I'll make a little complete, or get some pictures up. We do. That's me. We do have some new ones that are supposed to be coming into service, but they're not yet. But yeah, I can definitely show you the passenger trains. There are videos that I have got up. Of the common passenger trains we got running here at the moment. They're reasonably comfortable for an hour and a half. They're reasonably comfortable to get you up to Sydney. The windows are nice and big. You get good views. They're all double deckers, pretty much.
Yeah, it gives you warning if the drop bears attack. You know, you've got a nice big window to see them coming.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, we got that. Yeah, that too. Did say. Yeah. Yeah, we got. Yeah, you can see the drop bears coming at you, but it's not just the drop bears; it's the other things as well. But you'll see when you get here. So anyway, all right. So next week, I'm hoping to be in my layout room and get the trains going. I won't be really much on again this week. I really got to get things done in here. I really got to get cracking this week. Because it's already the 5th, isn't it?
That's the 5th where you are.
Yeah, it's 5th here, yeah.
So you're pleading the 5th, are you?
Yeah, I am pleading the 5th. Yeah,
or you're drinking the 5th.
Later. So anyway, yeah, I won't be around too much this week again on YouTube or social media. As I said, I just want to get things done. Thank you, everybody, for popping in, saying hi. I know we talked a lot of crap. That's it, what it is. So until next week, have fun, stay safe.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yep. And we'll see you guys all then. Yep. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Ciao, everybody. Bye.